Good morning, and welcome to this service at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tucson. My name is Helen O'Brien, and I am your worship associate this morning. Our regular minister, Reverend Bethany Russell Lowe, is out of the pulpit this morning, and so we are pleased to welcome Reverend Carla Brockie. Yay. Our community strives to be as varied as the blossoms of the Sonoran Desert. Whoever you are, whoever you have been, and whoever you are becoming, I invite you to bring your whole self here. We are a covenantal community, which means that we make promises about how we are with one another. In these continuing times of pandemic, wearing masks, practicing social distancing, and getting vaccinated are all part of our covenant with one another. If you are attending worship in person with us today, our hope is that you are vaccinated or that you have a medical exemption from your doctor. If you are unwilling to be vaccinated against COVID-19, you are welcome to join our worship service, but we ask that you join virtually next week. I extend a special welcome to visitors and invite you to fill out a guest information card, which Mary Weiss will post in the YouTube chat right now. There will also be a welcome table at Social Hour in Goddard, which we invite in-person visitors to visit after the service to find friendly people and fill out a yellow guest information sheet. We will meet for Social Hour right after the service in Goddard for coffee, lemonade, and snacks. All are invited to join. Welcome. We are so glad that you are here. And finally, as a sort of warning, I'd like to let you know that apparently I've spent too many years working with the middle school religious education class, and it has affected my ability to maintain the seriousness that is usually projected in adult services. So don't be surprised to see a little middle school humor sprinkled throughout the service.
She feels guilty about her Prius.
And yo mama is so Unitarian, she buys junk food at Whole Foods.
Good morning. I'd like us to acknowledge the days this past week celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day and National Coming Out Day. I heard a message from Native American Buffy St. Marie saying it is essential to know and acknowledge the suffering of the people, but to remember also to acknowledge the gifts and accomplishments they have brought the world also. We celebrate all peoples and blessings of diversity to humanity. So I call you to worship with this poem from Inuit shaman Uvavnuk. The great sea has set me in motion, set me adrift, moving me like a weed in a river. The sky and the strong wind have moved the spirit inside me till I am carried away, trembling with joy. I invite you to worship today and let yourself be set in motion and tremble with joy and get carried away.
Yo mama, so Unitarian. She brings vegan lasagna to a barbecue.
Yo mama's so Unitarian, she knows how to sing Shalom Havarim in English.
The words for the chalice lighting this morning come from Gordon McKeeman. Please read with me as Reverend Carla lights the chalice. If you have a candle or chalice at home, please light it now. Deep calls unto deep. Joy calls unto joy. Light calls unto light. Let the kindling of this flame rekindle in us the inner light of love, of peace, of hope. And as one flame lights another, nor grows the less, we pledge ourselves to be bearers of the light wherever we are.
Would you respond in song? As you are willing or able, please rise and enter, rejoice, and come in. It's 361, the words will be on the screen if you don't have a hymnal, and if you ever want a hymnal, the hymnals are on a table in the back of the room for people as they walk in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Thank you. Please be seated.
I like calling these little bits sermonettes because it's kind of like a kitchenette set. It's little. Enlightenment in a dark world. I don't need to remind you of the horrors and challenges we face in this world. We are bombarded by them in the media and in our own experiences every day, from the planetary scope to your own body. How to regain and maintain soul, a balanced soul in such circumstances. Many of us have heavy hearts these days. So I'm not talking about enlightenment in the usual sense, but instead lightening up. Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god who is the guide of souls. Anubis has often the body of a human and the head of a dog. If the heart, he weighs the heart of the deceased against an ostrich feather. If the heart is heavier than the ostrich feather, the soul is denied passage to the heavenly realms. There's a long tradition in many parts of the world honoring those who are light-hearted, maybe not so much in the colder climes. But how to achieve lightheartedness? The Pollyanna method doesn't actually work. Denial of all things unpleasant and forcing excessively cheerful and optimistic outlook just annoys people. But laughter and joy are good for our well-being if we can find them amidst the angst. Finding the humorous side can be achieved intentionally. In 1979, Norman Cousins, a researcher in the effects of emotions on health, published his book, Anatomy of an Illness, telling the story of his own bout with connective tissue disease in the 60s. His most unusual healing routine included several hours of comedy films every day. The laughter easing his pain for some time after. One way this kind of notion was reflected in the popular culture was the Reader's Digest segment, Laughter is the Best Medicine. In my youth, I loved reading the columns of Judith Viorst, author of the book of poetry, People and Other Aggravations, and others, and Irma Bombeck, author of If Life is a Bowl of Cherries, What Am I Doing in the Pits? Among others. Always filled with generous humor about everyday predicaments. They recognize the pain and find fun in it. Hanging around silly kids is a sure thing for laughter and joy. Your own family, or online, or in the movies. Generally, it does help to be the grandparent rather than the parent. Small doses, not so much of the weight of the drudging routine and terrifying moments. Or you can teach Sunday school here. You get the joy of blowing bubbles and splashing in the pool and making funny faces. Very popular these days is a daily dose of scrolling through funny animal videos and baby videos as a tonic against politics and climate disaster. The best ones make the rounds over and over again. We smile again for a moment. One of my favorite people embodying joy is the performer Meg Borman, who sang and told stories and did giant puppet shows at Granite Peak UU often when I was there. And she was a reliable presence in downtown Prescott celebrations, festivals, and social justice demonstrations. She is one of those folks who radiates love for the world, energy, and warmth of heart. There's a story here for you from Meg. I encourage you to sing along. And after the story, get ready to boogie along with some ebullient and bouncy children. I mean it. Step out or clap and sway in your seat. It's good for your soul.
Hey, Reverend Carla. Your mama, so Unitarian, she thinks that Super Bowl Sunday is water communion.
Your mama is so Unitarian, she tells you to take out the compost.
Hello, first graders at Lincoln School. My name is Miss Meg. I may have met some of you before, and it's nice to meet you again. It's nice to see you. Actually, I can't see you. You can see me, though, at least the recording of me. I am the sister, the little sister of your teacher, Ms. Broderick. Yeah, she's my big sister. Do you think she was always nice to me when we were little kids? Actually, yeah, she was. She was a really great big sister, and I'm sure she's a really great teacher for you all. I am a musician. I'm a music teacher, a music therapist, and a performer. And Miss Broderick asked me if I would be willing to record and play a couple songs for you guys, since we're all in this quarantine right now, where we don't get to see each other like we used to. And, sometimes it can feel a little lonely. I hope you're not feeling too lonely and that you have lots of wonderful things to do and good people around you and that you're being creative and learning and growing. At least you can go in the yard if you have one. So, Miss Broderick asked me if I would play the ABC song for you guys. And what's funny is I know that song. I know my ABCs, I know how to sing it, the ABC song, and I'm hoping that you will sing along. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? You got that? All right, sing along with me this time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? I don't know if you sang with me. I can't hear you. But I'm assuming you did because you probably love to sing since you're a human being. Are you? Are you a human being? Thanks for staying inside or just sticking around your home and helping the world stay safe and helping people who might get sick not get sick. And right now, I'd like to play you another version of ABCs. This is called the Super Silliest ABCs. And this is a rock and roll song that me and some friends made up. We had a band called the Super Silliest Band. Yeah. And this is a pretty funky way to sing it. All right? I'm going to play it. I think you'll catch on. And then you can sing along. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Did you get it? Same words, same letters of the alphabet, different tune. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Well, give me an A for apple. Give me a B for bear. Give me a C for chocolate cake, and I'll be sure to share. Give me a D for doggy, an E for elephant. Give me an F for feathered friends, they fly so elegant. Everybody now, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Where are we? G. Well, give me a G for giggle. Give me an H for hey, hey. Give me an I for ice cream cone. Gotta look it before it melts away. Give me a J for juggle. Give me a K for kite. Give me an L for lion, so strong and full of might. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Well, give me an M for monkey. Ooh, ah. Give me an N for nose. Give me an O for octopus with arms like a garden hose. Give me a P for pee-pee. Don't say pee-pee, please. Pee, 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 pee. Miss Meg, that's a timeout for you. Why? It's just a letter. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Sorta like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. What comes after P? Q, right? Well, give me a Q for question. Give me an R for rose. Give me an S for super silly. What else did you suppose? Give me a T for tutu, a U for universe. Give me a V for victory. Let's hope that peace comes first. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. V. Well, W was wicked. X is excellent. Why is what I always ask, then to my room I'm sent. Why? There's only one letter left now. What could that letter be? It's zany and it zigzags. It's the zippy letter Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, and Y, and Z. Happy supercilious alphabet. I hope you're remembering your letters. I hope you're spelling words. I hope you're singing songs. I hope you're writing poetry. I hope you're running around and having a lot of fun and feeling close with the people you love. See you next time. Goodbye.
I ran out of breath. And I just want to say I want to be Meg Borman when I grow up. The spiritual path is not necessarily all serious. Wisdom from many spiritual leaders encourages us to find joy. In 2016, the Book of Joy, Lasting Happiness in a Changing World, delighted us with a chronicle of the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, his visit to the Dalai Lama's home in India to celebrate His Holiness's 80th birthday. No one has experienced and borne witness to more tragedy and injustice than these two. And yet, they giggle and tease and laugh like 8-year-old boys together, sharing a deep affection. They both speak of the need to refresh their hearts with joy and laughter in the face of life's inevitable suffering. Out of this remarkable chronicle has come a wonderful film and also a research project at Berkeley called Big Joy, looking at how what they call micro acts of joy affect our general well-being. I participated in a 7-day online exercise last week and found it useful in preparing for this service. Buddhism is often thought of as all about suffering, but that is not the whole picture. Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron writes in Start Where You Are, A Guide to Compassionate Living, always good advice. Life is glorious, but life is also wretched. It is both. Appreciating the gloriousness inspires us, encourages us, cheers us up, gives us a bigger perspective, energizes us. We feel connected. But if that's all that's happening, we get arrogant and start to look down on others, and there's a sense of making ourselves a big deal and really being serious about it, wanting it to be like that forever. The gloriousness becomes tinged by craving and addiction. On the other hand, wretchedness, life's painful aspect, softens us up considerably. Knowing pain is a very important part of being there for one another. When you are feeling a lot of grief, you can look right into somebody's eyes because you feel you haven't got anything to lose. You're just there. The wretchedness humbles us and softens us. But if we're only wretched, we would all just go down the tubes. We'd be so depressed, discouraged, and hopeless that we wouldn't have enough energy to eat an apple. I get that way some days. Gloriousness and wretchedness need each other. One inspires us, the other softens us. They go together. The 13th century Sufi mystic, poet Rumi, also the author who has written the passage related to the author of our hymn today, he has written a passage related to this. Sorrow prepares you for joy. It violently sweeps everything out of your house so that new joy can find space to enter. It shakes the yellow leaves from the bough of your heart so that fresh green leaves can grow in their place. It pulls up the rotten roots so that new roots hidden beneath have room to grow. Whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things will take their place. Benefiting from suffering requires acknowledging and being with it when what we want to do is bury it deep or run away. Buddhist teacher Jack Kornfield writes, "To bow to the fact of our life's sorrows and betrayals is to accept them And from this deep gesture, we discover that all life is workable. As we learn to bow, we discover that the heart holds more freedom and compassion than we could imagine. And Jack also writes, if you put a spoonful of salt in a cup of water, it tastes very salty. If you put a spoonful of salt in a lake of fresh water, the taste is still pure and clear. Peace comes when our hearts are open like the sky, vast as the ocean. Being one who loves laughter and also my desserts, I am fond of the image of the fat, happy Buddha. It is said to come out of the Chan and Zen Buddhist traditions of China and Japan, representing the 10th century monk Budai, known in legend for his love of food and jolly entertainment of children. He was associated with Maitreya, regarded as the future Buddha of this world. Budai's rotund, smiling figure represents contentment and abundance, which leads us to the offering.
Your mama is so Unitarian that she didn't know radios played anything besides NPR until last year.
Yo mama is so Unitarian, she's offended that these jokes don't include Universalist.
This is a Share the Plate Sunday, which means that half of the cash offerings or checks that are made and placed in a basket and say Share the Plate go to one of our allies. So this morning, our Share the Plate is with the Tucson Urban League, and we have Charmaine Fort here, the chair of the Tucson Urban League, to explain what it does.
Good morning. Oh, before I talk about the Urban League, I just need to take a second to tell you that I am Charmaine Fort, senior pastor of the Impact Center right here in Tucson. I pass this space nearly every day. And I often looked over and said, man, I want to come, I want to stop, but I pastor my own church, so I'm supposed to be there right now, right? And so I am so happy that I have this opportunity. This is such a wonderful space. I'm a feeler, and it just feels good in here. It is a wonderful, sacred space. So thank you so much for allowing me to come and share at this moment. Thank you so much. God bless you. Well, this morning, I just want to take 2 minutes just to tell you that I am the new incoming president of the Tucson Urban League. And as you know, the Tucson Urban League, the Urban League itself has been in existence for years, and its main goal is to fight social justice and to be support to our communities. A few of the things that we are doing right now at the Tucson Urban League, we have an eviction prevention program. As you know, the homeless population in Tucson continues to rise as those who own properties continue to raise their rent. I have seniors in my church where their rent has been raised $300 to $700 at one time, one jump. And this is very, very difficult for our seniors because many of them are on fixed incomes. And so we do have an eviction prevention program to help our seniors. We also have programs to help our students. We have a lot of students. We have partnered with a Tucson Unified School District, and we're working with them, with students, and supporting them academically through the utilization of tutors Also, there is something that's coming up here in February that I would love you all to help us with. There's students that are going to be taking tours to colleges out of state. But many of these students are lower income, and their parents can't afford it, and they can't afford it. So we have committed to them $50, $100, what's the word? Vouchers. Who said it? Yes, thank you. $100 vouchers per kid, so those students who can go will at least have something to eat because their parents can't afford for them to go and eat. So we're trying to provide 50 of those. So Tucson Urban League is on the move. We are doing the best we can for our community right here in Tucson. Anything you can do for us would be much appreciated. Thank you for this small moment. Thank you, ladies, so much for allowing me to come. I'm bringing my church back within the month. So I'm telling you that right now when you see all these people walk in here. I love this space. God bless you. Thank you so much.
The offering words this morning are from Erica A. Hewitt. The offering we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of this faith. May our offering help us practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation as tools to empower our mission. Now an offering will be collected to support the life and work of our congregation. If you're joining on live stream, you can send a check to the office, and remember to share the plate if you would like to do that. Give online at uuctucson.org/donate or text 883-361-5796. If you are here, the offering baskets will be carried up the aisles by the ushers and then placed near the doors so that you could put money in on the way out. Thank you.
Story
Our earth is strong. It can hold our pain and our joy, our love and our anger. Our shared bowl, which we use for joys and sorrows each week, is strong enough to hold the big rocks, our collective celebrations and mournings, and also the smaller stones that will be added to signify our individual joys and sorrows. We who live in the desert know that water is life and a scarce resource. Let's remember those who are walking through our desert right now without access to water. We honor those seeking to assure greater access to water in the desert, like our ministry partner, No More Deaths. If you have a joy or a sorrow to share out loud, I invite you to go to menti.com and put in the code 5252390. If you are here and need help with that, please raise your hand and Brian Moon will help you. If you are here in person, you're welcome to come up to the table and put a stone into the water to symbolize your joy or sorrow. The pebbles create ripples of hope. Do we have some shared joys and sorrows from Menti? so grateful for the friends I have made in this congregation. Finding my place in community again. Visiting from Concord UU Church in New Hampshire, it's a joy to be here. I'm happy that we finally paid off the bank from getting scammed last year. A sorrow for my mother who is already battling Alzheimer's and has now been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. I am missing my family something fierce right now. I miss my kids. In joy and gratitude for friends and community. Feeling grateful. Thank you, and for all the joys and sorrows also left unsaid. We have a prayer this morning from Khalil Gibran on joy and sorrow. Then a woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And he answered, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked, and the self-same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is not the cup that holds the wine the very cup that burned in the potter's oven? And is not the lute that soothes your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find that it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say, joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, no, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come. And when one sits alone with you at your board, remember that the other is asleep upon your bed. Verily, you are suspended like scales between your joy and your sorrow. Only when you are empty are you at standstill and balanced. When the treasure keeper lifts you to weigh his gold and silver, needs must your joy or sorrow rise or fall.
Many people know the song, Come, Come, Whoever You Are. We're going to sing that, but we're going to base it on the rest of the poem. In the poem, the larger poem, there's the line, though you've broken your vows 10,000 times. So I'm going to begin a chant, a refrain of though you've broken your vows 10,000 times, and ask you to join me, and the choir will base us in this. And then I'll peel off and start singing the song in a moment. And sing whatever you want. You can either sing along with me on the melody or sing along with the chant. And I've asked the choir to, at least a few of the choir to kind of base us on the chant. So the refrain goes like this, if we can get the words up on the screen. Though you've broken your vows 10,000 times, though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, though you've broken your vows 1,000, come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Yet again come, 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 whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, yet again come. Though you've broken your vows 1,000 times.
We're all warmed up with singing and dancing and joking and centered in prayer. So I think we're ready for some more active spiritual practice, laughter yoga. Yes, it's a thing. Just follow my lead or enjoy watching those around you. When we laugh intentionally, even though there isn't anything funny prompting it, our body sends messages to our mind, which sends out feel-good chemicals. I am all about the feel-good chemicals. It's true. Of course, the same thing happens when there is something funny, so you can actively seek laughter all kinds of ways, and you'll be amazed at the effect. There can be even bigger joy, the joy of awe, holding a newborn baby, gazing across the Grand Canyon, swimming in the beauty of a live ocean reef for the first time can take your breath away. Every day, we have opportunities for gentler joy and awe. Watching the hummingbird at an exquisite flower, petting the warm kitty in your lap, walking a green trail in the cool of Mount Lemmon. What are yours? Getting lost in the reflections of light in the pool, listening to a masterpiece of music or a fun tune, singing a favorite song softly to yourself or at the top of your lungs, encountering again the mesmerizing curves of a sculpture on your shelf or of a friendly snake, dancing a little jig. Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us, sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. I think the state of our souls depends on it. Yes, being present to the pain in our lives and in the world, but equally being present to the wonders and the joy. This is for our souls and the soul of the world. Let us sing with that in mind, but first,
That's right. Your mama is so Unitarian that every year for your birthday, you get a goat in an African village.
Yo mama is so Unitarian. Even though she doesn't find these jokes funny, she respects your right to tell them.
So, I apparently am louder than I thought. I would like to challenge those of you in the congregation to do a little competition. We're going to sing a round. The round, we'll sing it twice in unison before breaking into a round. It will be basically the congregation against the choir. Let's see who can sing louder. So, May Your Life Be as a Song. It is 10:59 of the Teal Hymnals if you have one of those, or there on the screen. So we'll sing it twice together and stand. It'll make you able to sing louder if you're able to to stand or rise in body or spirit. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing away the light and softly serenade the stars ever dancing circles in the night. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing away the light and softly serenade the stars ever dancing circles in the night. Congregation, may your life be as a song. May with the dawn to sing awake the light and song with the dawn to sing awake the light and softly circles in the night. The stars ever dancing circles be as a song, resounding with the light, to sing awake the light, and softly serenade the stars ever dancing. Repeat, ever dancing. The stars ever dancing circles in. One more time, ever dancing. Ever dancing circles in the night.
Blessings. May your life be as a song. May you dance, may you sing, may you feel the joy, even as you feel the pain. Take this love out there with you.
For those of you at home, we invite you to extinguish your chalice while Reverend Carla extinguishes the flame here in Holland. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I'm going to be watching the stream. You know, I'm going to see what happens. But
family, and then the other thing, this might sound really weird.
I overindulged and got a really fancy breakfast. We got it.
With kids, I mean, so it just sort of depends on what I think.
Very good. And my copy is super happy.
okay, so you're
So
not
I'm done with that. That part is fine. Now we're getting into like,
the rest of it.
Just like tradition of us, and I have another Sunday going out to breakfast is kind of a.
yeah, and then which
The-
the nice
the-
thing is,
the-
what would I consider? No, I just
Well,
requirements.
but the requirements have a number, so it would be, they would be at least one.
Created my first
And
meeting.
so that's what it is.
And I would rather do it at 8 o'clock.
In your
I
route.
would have to stay back, but I could use it early. The reason so the requires me to stay earlier, later time.
The other side of it is, this is,
Unfortunately, it was a situation.
the outdoors and trying to.
We actually came last year, remember that we, my kids dressed up and it was chilly and it was outdoors. And nice to hear the choir singing.
If you want to have a say in picking out the songs being sung, there's a handful of there's one that's tricky to pick up. It's just because basically the choir singing in full chord is pieces of 3/3 seconds. And the piano part doesn't give any rhythm. So you just basically have to like pulse up and down and point notes.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The